Hey guys, this is your boy NCSO7 here doing another impressions video. So, you guys probably might be aware of the fact that lately a lot of buzz has been going around about SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Finally I got it last Saturday, and I finally started playing a good amount of it and finally getting to 50 spatulas or 50 gold spatulas. I think now is a good time to finally give you guys my impressions on the game. Now, this is not a full review, this is just kind of a few things that I like about the game and a few things that I don't like. Well, we may as well start with the stuff that I like, because may as well get the good stuff out of the way. I will say one thing about this game, it does have some really nice visuals sometimes. Like, it isn't perfect, and we'll get into this later, but some of the game's areas look so good. Like, Jellyfish Fields just has this really nice look to it. It just looks really nice. And lots of other places too, like Rock Bottom looks really nice. Many of the areas have some unique ideas and look pretty good, to be honest, on an artistic level. And I also have to say that I do really like how simple the gameplay is. Now, of course, it is a 3D platformer, but I definitely do like that it's not too convoluted. Most of it's pretty easy to get around with, and the game works as intended. And there's three characters you can play as. SpongeBob is basically like the standard character. Patrick can pick stuff up, and Sandy can use her lasso to swing across big gaps. Now, I also do like it. I also think that it also does offer a bit more variety to them. It gives you a bit of a different playstyle for each character. Even though it can be a bit annoying at times, it's still appreciated. I also gotta say one thing, I think the writing in the game is pretty good. Now, I haven't watched SpongeBob in a long time, but I will be honest, there were some parts of this game that honestly made me kind of chuckle a little bit, because they're actually very cleverly written. Like, I remember this one thing when you like get all the steering wheels and downtown Bikini Bottom, and Miss Puff like says that you have a library card when SpongeBob thinks it's actually a driver's license. That was funny. That was just a flat out dumb stupidity moment, and I love it for that. I think the writing is very good, and that's something that I can't say about a lot of games. So yeah, there's some good things, but we're gonna get into some more negative things. Now, I did mention before that I think the game looks really great on an artistic level, but the way it actually looks in the game is kind of, you probably could tell from the footage itself, the game doesn't look the best on the Switch. Now, it might be different for other consoles, it probably is better on other consoles, but I am playing the Nintendo Switch version of the game, so there's that. And there are a few performance issues. Sometimes the frame rate can get kind of weird. Sometimes it could just drop frames completely, like on one slide mission. It completely dropped at one point. And the game just doesn't look the best. Especially with the character models. I think a lot of the character models look ugly, to be honest. They don't look very good. They barely even look like a step up from the original Battle for Bikini Bottom, which I haven't played but haven't seen screenshots of it. It doesn't really look like much of a step up. And I get that SpongeBob characters aren't necessarily completely supposed to be 3D. They're supposed to be 2D illustrations, but like, they really could have made them look a lot better. Some of them just look so weird. And animations can look really jarring sometimes. So that's one thing I had. Another thing is that I think the music in the game is just, I'm not even playing the actual music that's used in the game for this video, because most of the music in Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated is okay. I mean, it's nothing really that bad, but it's nothing really that great either. At least from what I've played. Maybe it gets better near the ending part, but so far, there hasn't really been any good music yet. Music that's been okay, passable, but nothing more than that. Nothing more. So, there's that. Again, maybe it can get better at the end, but the fact that there's not a lot of good music throughout the entire game, that's a bit of an issue. Also, and this really is just a bit of a small thing, but so I bought the physical version of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom because I wanted the physical version. But once I put the game cartridge in my Switch, it required a 5.2 gigabyte download. And let me tell you this right now, the digital file size for the game is also 5.2 gigabytes. At that point, why did they even give me a cartridge? You may as well buy the digital version since it takes up as much space. Seriously, these game cartridges can hold a lot of space in them. I'm pretty sure that THQ Nordic could have easily put the whole thing on like a cartridge. They could have put the entire game on the cartridge. This is a remaster of a game from 2003. How does it not fit on here? Or at the very least, how does none of it fit on there? Seriously, they could have at least put 4 gigabytes on this thing. Seriously, I ended up having to recover a bunch. I ended up having to get rid of some of my storage on my Switch, which wasn't a big deal, but the fact that that's a thing is sad. But that's really just a nitpick. So, that's all I'm going to say for now. Overall, I like the game, but that's it. I like the game, but not a whole lot. I think the game has a lot of improvements. You might notice it in my review, or who knows, maybe my review will actually differ and I'll actually be a lot more optimistic. Or I'll be a lot more pessimistic. I don't really know. But anyways, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the game, if you guys agree with me, and maybe some things that you guys may like or don't like about the game. And yeah, so anyways, thanks for watching and take care.
It's showtime! Did you enjoy the show? Well, time for the highlight.